Hi everyone, welcome to another video. Have you ever wondered how streamers get really cool clips and how they manage to do it all on a single PC setup? Well, I'm going to show you that right now with 3 plugins that can really help you with your camera, with all these different sort of stuff for free. All of this is for free. It's via OBS, and this is how you're going to do it. So let's get straight into it and I'll show you what the 3 products are and how you can download them and install them. So the first program I'm going to be showing you guys is called ATM Vertical plugin. It is a free plugin that you can use on OBS, which is very simple to use. Basically what it does, it turns your live stream into a TikTok version of this. You can set it up how you wish, and there is 3 programs in total that I'm going to be showing you guys that can all work together as one program. It's really important that you have definitely 2 out of these 3. The third one's more like aesthetically pleasing for the eye, but definitely need to use both of these together to get your single PC setup to not overheat or overproduce more than it needs to, and I'll show you that in just a second. So to download ATM is very simple. Head over to their website, atm.tv. The link will be in the description. And all you got to do is press download. It's a free program. It's no 30-day trial, nothing like that. That's for something else. This is all free. And all you've got to do is just press download and install it. Install it into your OBS. Make sure OBS is closed at the time, and then otherwise it will not install. So you need to make sure OBS is closed and this is all installed correctly. So let's head across now to OBS, where I'll show you a bit more in depth about how it works and what you need to do. So this is OBS and this is how it changes. As you can see on the left hand side, we have now got a new vertical canvas, and this is where you can add your gameplay, your anything you wish, your camera, anything you wish to that single canvas. Okay, down the bottom right by here you can see we have different scenes, and this is exactly the same as your normal scenes. And you can link these up if you wish, okay? So all these can be linked up correctly in the way that you wish to do that. Next then you have your sources. Again, I'll be showing you how to get these sources so it doesn't overproduce your PC, so you're not going to be overworking your PC. And again, I have different clones, so you can't see it at the moment, simply because I'm using my camera on a different product at the moment to record this for OBS. But also, it's in-game sort of stuff. So, as you can see, if I untick all of this, you can see I have my gamer there, I have my kills, and what I've done is clone source, which I'll show you how to use in just a second. That's the second product, which is really, really important for this to work. And basically, it's just another canvas, and it works inside with your normal canvas or your normal game stream. If you head over to the settings by here, you have different options. So this is for your live stream, to start your live stream. So say for instance now, YouTube now do vertical streams. You can have your normal stream and a vertical stream going at the same time. Okay, you can also do recordings on here. And you can also do a clip button, which is their replay buffer or whatever they want to call it on here. So if you go to settings, you can open up the settings and it shows you the resolution. You can change that if you wish. What style of camera you would like, so obviously we want a vertical, and this is my backtrack button, which is obviously the clip button or the replay buffer, whatever you want to call it. I set mine to 60 seconds, set a hotkey, and I have mine directly on my stream deck. This is the basics. It'll take all the other information like this from different places. So I stream 6,000 bitrate on a vertical, 10,000 on normal. Both of them together, I have no issues whatsoever. You add your server key and your stream key in there, and then all this then gets pulled from your OBS settings. So it's nothing really to worry about. Recording, make sure you obviously change the path correctly and the bitrate is what you want it to be. And then the advanced settings again gets pulled from your main settings. So that is it with settings really. It's nothing really that's over the top or too extreme. I always set my replay buffer to be always on. Okay, so my backtrack's always on. It's always doing something in the background just in case I'm playing the game off stream and I want to clip something, at least I got something that will clip it because it's always on. The next thing I want to talk about before I go into the source cloning, which is a very simple program to use, by the way, is advanced masks. What this does, it makes your screen a bit more prettier, but also you can change stuff via masks, which obviously could change your camera and the way it looks. This can be really helpful for your shorts and also your long form content as well, in terms of your mainstream. To download this, follow the link in the description and just click the download, install the package. It takes very little time. If you're on Windows, use the installer zip instead of the Windows zipper file. Just use that, it'll install it all for you into the correct places. So once you've downloaded and unpacked that new tool that we just downloaded, I want you to go to your camera, okay? And then on your camera, I want you to click filters. Once you select filters, you will then see a little plus sign down the bottom. This is what it will look like when it's in. And you want to add advanced masks. Okay, once you do that, then you'll have something looking like this pop up. I have done bits and pieces because I use this already. First of all, you've got adjustment mask or alpha mask. I always use alpha mask, never really used adjustment masks. It's not something I've ever used or I know really how to use, if I'm honest with you. With these masks, you can have different styles, so you can have a shape, you can have a source or an image that you have inputted yourself. Remember, they've got to be black and white, so obviously the black bit is obviously what's been taken out and the white bit is what's been kept. Like for example, you can add a gradient and you can add alpha colors, alpha wipes, okay? So I'm going to stick to the shape. You get different shapes where you can change your camera to, you know, regular, all this sort of stuff, hearts, stars, all this sort of stuff. But I like the simple rectangle with rounded edges, and I'll show you how to do that in just a second. Once you've done that, then you have different properties, so you can move the camera left and right to center it. You can move it up and down depending how you want, but if you want it in the center, just press recenter mask and it'll recenter it to the middle of your camera. Again, guys, there may be a bit of delay between the camera and this because my camera's on OBS, but I'm recording via a different piece of software. You can add a rotation to the camera. For me, it's not really what I want, so I'm not going to do it. You can change the width of how you wish you want it. You can make it really wide, you can make it really narrow. It's entirely up to you how you'd wish to do that. And same as the height. You can change the zoom of the camera as well. So I have them on at 85% just because that's how I like it. Depending on your camera and what it's able to do, bear in mind it will change your quality. So I'm going to change that back to 85%. It's what I like. I like a bit of a zoomed out camera. And it makes it look a little bit cleaner when it's on stream as well. In terms of rounded edges, you can have a uniform where you can do it all like that if you wish. It's up to you. I choose mine a bit differently because, well, I like to know what I'm doing 100%. You can change each angle differently, so if you really wanted to, you could do some weird ass like shapes. If you really wanted to, you can have a bit like that, and you can make it a bit more funky. If you really want to, that's up to you if you want to do that. But that is something that can be done with this software. That can obviously make the camera look a bit more stylish when you don't want them. You can obviously add a feather effect. So in a feather, where it blurs the inside a little bit. If you want to do that, you can. It looks pretty cool. You could do a middle one. This is where it goes outwards. I'm not a big fan of this personally. And then an outer one. Again, I'm really not a big fan of this at all. Personally, the inner one is the nicest one out of them all. But I don't use any of them. It's not really for me. And it's not what I like. You can also add this glow effect. This is another plugin that you can search yourself and search for. And it can add like a cool little glow to your camera, which is pretty cool. If that's what you want, you can more than welcome to do it. You can add a shadow as well if you wish. Again, it's entirely up to you what you wish, but I like just the glow effect, where you can have a little bit of color inside the camera, and it gives that little bit of definition then from your gameplay in the background or whatever you're doing in the background. So that is that effect, and that is that plugin. If you do like it, don't forget to like and subscribe and share with a friend. But guys, we move on to the next. And the final product plugin, which I think is the best one, is source cloning. It is so useful in anything to do with OBS. especially when you're using multiple sources but you haven't got the bandwidth on your PC able to do multiple actions within that one source. All you got to do for this one, again, press download via Windows, install it if you're Windows. If you're Linux, go for Linux or Mac. Once that's downloaded, again, make sure OBS is closed, install it, and I'll show you when we go over to OBS right now what it looks like. So I use this a lot when it comes to my vertical canvas. This is what I was saying, when it comes to vertical canvases, this is really, really important to use. And what it does, you click the plus button down here. You can use this on your main one as well if you wish. It's entirely up to you how you want to use it. And you want to click source cloning. And you want to select new. And this pop-up will come up. And what it'll do, it's basically you're setting it what you want to clone, what you want to match, what you want to change. So I want to click a source. I want to click clone. And if you click the drop down box, it gives you every little thing here what you want to clone. Okay. So if I go window capture, for instance, it will clone the window capture within one of these sources, okay? That's why it's really important to name your sources correctly so you're able to find out which one it is. Once you press OK and active, that new source now is by here, okay? And what you can do with that then, that can then pick up whatever source you want, but so you can have it on your main screen, your main canvas right here, and you can have it on your vertical canvas. And what that will do, it'll match exactly. So everyone's seeing the exact same footage, but also you're not using that much CPU and GPU compared to what you would do if you had the original source again. Okay, so it's really important to use if you are using multiple of the same source. So this is really good, for instance, when people always wonder, well, how do you get your kills? How do you get your mini-map? How do you get your game and your camera all on one canvas? Well, surely your PC can't handle that. Well, you're right, it can't. But with this source cloning, it can handle it quite easily. So what I do, I have 3 sources of the same gameplay. One for my gameplay, one for my map, one for my kill counter at the top, and then I have my camera as well. So we have 4 in total gameplays, 4 in total scenes and sources that are all being cloned, not redone. And this saves your PC a lot of work and a lot of effort. It's very simple to use. Another tip that I would love you to use when it comes to vertical, and say if you're switched between scenes an awful lot via TikTok and your main screen. So say for instance you're streaming on YouTube and TikTok, and you're on your face cam, and then you switch over. Instead of switching both of these, you can actually link scenes, okay? So you can link this scene to your gameplay. And what that'll do, that'll change every single time you go to that scene on your gameplay. So when I link this to gameplay, every time I change gameplay to full face cam or full face cam to that, it will change both scenes at the same time. So if I had a vertical scene of just a full face cam, and I had my main screen of full face cam, it will match identically when I change just this one by here. Okay, so I change it to full face cam here, it will change on my vertical and my main one. If I change to gameplay, it will change on my vertical and my main gameplay. It's really important to use this because it saves you a lot of production time. Instead of changing everything on multiple different things, you haven't got to worry about it. With this then, you could link this to a stream deck where you only press in one button to change your scenes for all the multiple different streaming services you're streaming on, i.e. TikTok, Facebook, Kick, whatever it is. If you're all doing them on one, you could actually quite simply just change it with one button on your stream deck for all of them. So it's a really useful feature to have and definitely worth using, okay? It's really, really important. If this video has helped you, don't forget to like and subscribe and share it with a friend. Thanks for watching. Take care, much love. Peace.